Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick video and I'm kind of looking up and down here. Anyway, finally got my little webcam on a little tripod at the back. It's not a tripod, it's a clamp with extendable shaft. And, and it's so late in the night. It's at 1:30 in the morning. Been on the creative kind of streak. So for funnel building, websites, and so on, my purpose now is daily content. Okay, whatever I'm creating, it's a case of just get it up on the website. So, in particular, I've got this website. Let's just go on here. And so I needed to get the momentum going. I've never done Facebook groups and all that. Like, kind of stayed off Facebook and so on. However, I think when you get onto some good groups where there's some cool people who really do like to help, and it's and people have probably invested quite a lot of money in a particular software or service initially, and then they've created a group for that group of people. Well, those kind of people, the kind of people I would really like to be around and work with, really, because they're kind of focused individuals, not bitching about this or bitching about that, and so on. So, so there's only two real groups. Well, there's only one group that I've been interacting with a lot, and it's the funnel builders coaching and certification side of things, and a few reasons for it. And it's just that one main thing is I've known about ClickFunnels for so long, and I would just couldn't kind of get my head around the sales process and so on, or didn't just knuckle down and just go, okay, just try it. And where it's like when you're learning something new and you'll get hurdles and it's hard to get some momentum. So just getting some little wins. And then I was doing some of them, and then I'm like, oh, I'm struggling a bit with this. I'm a tech guy. I should be click, click, click. Click funnels, click, 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 and do it. But I maybe I'm my own worst enemy. I like to know, you know, things like backups and loads of stuff. I like to know it fully, in depth. So anyway, so been going through it and I'm getting more fluid with it, and similar with elegant themes and WordPress sites. So I've kind of got this image in my mind of being able to create something quality. Like, it goes back to there's a guy, Chris Doe. I watched him talking about typography, and it's that 10,000 hours. Someone who's kind of mastered, or it's got a really good solid grounding in something. They've probably done that for about 10,000 hours. I've done airbrush painting for many years before, but just for the past couple of years, I hadn't touched it hardly. And I've got all the equipment here, I've got some down there, and I've gone, oh, why aren't I doing that? So it's a couple of things. I want to do the websites, to then create sales funnels, opt-in funnels, get things rolling where it's automated. Once it's automated, and all I need to do is it'll self manage itself, even with Facebook groups or something or other. Not just that, but Google, putting money into ads, watching, optimizing. I'm loving it. Absolute love that kind of aspect of like business. And so my integrity, if you will, is to do it all for myself, so as I can see the good, the bad, the issues which might come up. The site goes down, how to get it back up quick and so on, or how to have a backup and then just be able to just log in Cloudflare or something, point it a different direction, bang, it's still up and running. So things like that. But if I can demonstrate that I can take a Facebook group, a Facebook page, which I've set up, V10 Studios, which I'm going to show in a moment. If I can set them up and have them start to get some success and get some orders coming through and get some interest and get a kind of not a community, but just people who are like-minded and interested and see that, creating interesting content kind of thing, or trying to anyway, then great, So, and this talking with the mic and stuff, I bought this ages back and I'm just like, I love this. It's beauty. It's a Blue Yeti. It looks cool. It's a podcaster. And I'm starting to use it. So it's really cool. I might need a pop filter on it. We will see. Anyway, going on to here. So on here, we've got some cool people. So VFX creators, that's my next thing, is to go through Tyler's amazing course, create some crazy videos, maybe interlinked with doing the sales funnels, opt-in funnels, webinars, all this kind of stuff. And then also doing the other things where I'm doing, say, artwork, illustration, and so on. And taking snippets of that, and then maybe seeing how I can help other kind of businesses. Like I go to a cafe bar and it's Ace Place, great people, great environment, and I'm thinking, how can I help these? And using that in particular is really cool. So that's that. But then we've got the funnel builders coaching. This is the one. This is just so. It had about 700 members about 3 weeks ago or something or other. So it's gaining momentum. But I'm in here every day, and probably sometimes too much, because the whole point is to get good at ClickFunnels and building funnels and building all these opt-ins. So I have got quite a lot of things set up in place, though. So it's pretty cool. Insofar as let's go on and I'll just show something behind the scenes, and let's just see. And I hope it is recording the screen. I am a bit, is it recording it or not? So with having like an agency license, this is the beauty of it as well. I've got unlimited funnels, so I can create unlimited amounts of things. And but so we've got DM10X, which is my main DM for direct message, digital media, digital marketing. It's kind of a catch-all. 10X after the amazing Grant Cardone. Big shout out to him. He's just awesome. Just listening to him and his mindset is just fantastic. And that's going to be like my main one. And then I've got V10 Studios, and which I just love the name. And so that's what this is here. And if I show what I've already started getting set up in place, you notice there's like 45 funnels now. This one is, so I've got all the structure. Now I can tweak all these now. But the best thing is like I can tweak them to each different businesses and different people. So if you've got a business or you understand a bit about these, you don't even have to understand it. If you're just wanting people to come through your door and you're saying, right, I've got my budget for my ad spend, let's go on Google, let's go on TikTok, let's go on Facebook, then great stuff. Get in touch, let's see what we can do. I don't charge extortionate fees like some places do and so on. And what really amazed me, where I'm just like, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I was going down, I'm probably still going to do it, but going down the path of getting certified by Google for, get it on the web page, certified for ads and so on. I was speaking to someone who's been there a long time, and I says to her, and they're basically pushing, oh yeah, let's do ads on search and so on. I'm like, okay, fair enough. And then he's asking about keywords, and I'm just giving a little bit, but I'm not giving much away and so on. So, and then I says, so does it help with your quality score and so on, and your costs if your landing page is keyword rich and it's specific, and is that the best way to do it, for it to go to your website? Maybe you've got blog interlinked and it's authority, but your ads are going to a particular landing page. Oh no, we're sending to your homepage. I'm like, what? And I couldn't believe what I were hearing. So I was just like, oh my God, what is going on here? So I probably won't be going down the Google ads for a bit, because we're talking of figures of £200 a day and so on. Now, yeah, one of them. So we're going to see anyway, media buys or Facebook ads and so on. But the main thing I'm wanting to do this as well is because it is the 18th of February now. It was 17th when I was working all through the day. 18th of Feb. And right now, on my V10 studios, let's just go on to, say, Facebook page, for instance, and Facebook group, which I've got for these. So let's just, right. So here's my V10 page. No followers. Oh, I'm not following anyone, and there's 2 followers, but those 2 following are me. All right, so just to test it. So here's a page, 18th of Feb, and it's just a recording to show. Okay, let's see what happens and see where it goes. So, been interacting on one particular website here, Blitz. Amazing site, really, really cool. Loads of cool bands and so on, and they've got it together there. They're such a cool band. So there you go. Big shout out to Blitz. And so yeah, here it is. Going to just keep posting content. Maybe start sending some ads, but I'll be starting cheap with it. $5 a day or £5 a day or something or other for a short time or something, and just see. But then there is the other one, which is this, which is the group. So V10 Studios group, same again, 2 members, me, myself, and I. And I designed all this. It took maybe a day or something or other. But what the good thing with this is that I've actually got the template now. I've got my sizes, know what I need, and so on. And that just helps make the design process a lot easier. So this is something I've worked on. Let's just move myself down a bit out of the way. Can you spot the whale or the train? So basically, a little background and thought process. This is I'd say, kind of finished design. So this will go on for any social post, for instance, and say I do a blog post, I can map it to this. Need to develop a logo from this concept, kind of like the clouds. And the funnel is for sales funnels and opt-in funnels and webinar funnels and website funnels. That's what it's regarding. And I'll show some pictures of how it's developed. And this we're all through today. This is where I've got to after however many hours. It's been crazy hours. But a lot of that as well is like just getting familiar with things on Illustrator, a bit more, creative and so on. So, having other concepts in mind of things like font styles and font weights And then also, someone mentioned like a bullet, because I mentioned bullet train, and then they started to see bullet train, which we're here, which they're thinking of, which might be really cool to have it a bit Art Deco style. We'll see, may develop that. But I did say that it's either a bullet train or a whale. And this is where the whale is. The little eye there, and then the mouth. I purposely put the O overlapping so as it looks like a mouth and it's eating an O or something. So yeah, that's my kind of whale kind of aspect. And I like the rounded fonts on here. So then going down and extending these, did them a few different ways, extended them all the way down. I was so then, it's at least it's got some congruency with the roundedness and the style on there. And then we've got that as a funnel pointing down to design. And so leads your eye down there, and then you're kind of going across and off the end, which kind of leads you off and down towards studio. So a lot of self-learning, and things like listening to, like I say, Christo, amazing guy for typography and so on. So that's that one. But if I show you, I'm talking to nobody, but maybe I'll be talking to somebody at some point where they'll be like, "Oh man, yeah, you need this or that. I'll try this and that." So let's go into Adobe Illustrator. So love the HTML5 logo. I remember this out 2016 or something or other, and then these backgrounds and kinetic text and so on. So that's my next kind of project, is once I've got my logos and things, it's then okay, let's build some kinetic animations and so on. And kinetic text, just in case anyone's wondering, it's when it's moving up and down and around and, getting a message across. And so this logo here is where it's similar to the website which we're kind of modeling and doing some funnels from. And what I wanted to do was create shortcuts, because I'm kind of sick and tired of going up here and then looking it through and thinking, all right, where's my links to get myself started? So instead, I press a button and bang, that's my first page. So this is your first bronze badge, as it were, where we're just modeling this using funnels to kind of copy this style, create it in another funnel and get it as close as possible. So, and then that gets you one badge, and then you go through your next badge and so on. So it's skills, building up skills. So I then click another button, because to do that, I need to listen to Greg here about his about how to create that page. And then I'll need to go on. So press that other button again, and I'll need to log into my account. My account is within the particular one, the funnel design one, and it is my opt-in page and my thank you page. They've not been started yet, so I'm that's my thing to do next, is like, let's get started and copy it, and I'll probably just do a video and talk about that, actually, how a sales funnel or an opt-in funnel, as this is, where it comes into practice. So that's all that. And I think, that's the other thing. Yeah, so when you go away from the site, you get this to put your email address in and so on. So yeah, pretty good. And yeah, building your own kind of business and agency. I've always wanted to have a marketing agency or an ad agency, or just something cool and be around cool people and stuff. However, it's me, myself, and I. But I've got some backing with some really good people on there. So, yeah, It's a little see you later from this little dude. Bit of Dragon Ball Z, Ball Z. And you can't beat it. I'm a bit tired at the moment, but crack on. So yeah, wanted to just show this as well. So these were for the buttons 1, 2, and 3, which the pages I've just gone on to there. So that's another kind of big thing of like removing potential obstacles, where when you want to kind of do something, you're like, oh, do I need to do that? Or to get that, I need to do this. Well, it's like, okay, let's sit down. All right, 1, 2, 3. Right. Just focus on this. Bang, let's get it done. Now, that's ideally what I'm wanting to do. However, I got sidetracked by thinking, all right, what Tony Robbins says, if you're struggling with anything, it's like, okay, how can I do this and enjoy the process? That's so key. So just asking yourself better questions. How can I do this and enjoy the process? So that's what we're doing through today. Let's just go on and I'll show you the actual various funnel designs. Let me just say, that's the button I was looking for, tab. So yeah, all these are little workspaces and development of the actual designs, how it actually goes from kind of this. These are my buttons for my little loop deck, which is like a screen deck, loop deck, LOUPEDECK, if you need to have a look. And it just helps you do shortcuts and things. So once I got that, I went down onto this and I'm like, oh, I like this concept and idea. Just zoom into that, where you're your design, your fonts and so on, and your type is blending in and out with others, and your eyes working it out. So that led me on to this, which was Funnel Design Studio. I'm like, okay, I'm liking this. What would it look like with a light background? And then, do I need this to point down and so on? And then, shall I have the funnel just off white? So, and same with the studio, they're blending in slightly. And then it went down to here where we've got this line going down, but it kind of didn't kind of work, but it kind of does in one other way. It's kind of, yeah, I'm interested, so I'll be posting these up, all these designs, and just working through. So it's real slight little changes here and there. As the design thought process, you go through it. And then it goes over to here, where I'm getting a bit more, narrowing it down now, I'm getting a bit more architectural and following lines and creating lines. And does the end point down there, or do you have it directly over it? Do we need the F over or further that way? Little things like this. And I'm really I like this particular aspect in particular, and it's just dawned on me in so far as part of the SaaS architecture or SaaS design architect is kind of what I am, and so and developing into and so on. So this is, in my view at the moment, more professional, more solid. Needs some refinement, but all in all, it's got something where I'm kind of happy with it. Not sure whether I should have this so large, maybe have it smaller. But if I were to change it, I'd basically then make a duplicate of this. And so I've got where I was. And if we just work on that font now and just make it maybe make it fit in to this square on the left. Let's just have a look. So this is on the fly. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Um, and the other thing is, like I said, that bleed, um, uh, you know, fixing that. Let's just have a look. Yeah, it's kind of neat, is that? So it's these other little details are having the same gap size as the same as the font, but not also just across there, but maybe across here. However, sometimes having a thinner strip, it gives it a little bit of dynamic, you know, side of things. And having things slightly over, maybe curving some lines or not. But yeah, I like how that flows. So it's Funnel Design Studio. Yeah. And the big aspect is design. Now I've just come up with another thought actually. So this is all live off the cuff. And one time it'll be a Facebook Live. So let's just move this over to here. So, like I mentioned, yeah, spell the word architect. Oh, wait, oh no, I didn't. It's just needs reducing. So let's just have a look. Okay, let's pull that across. Right, there we go. I do like the title of architect. So don't kind of read as well. Maybe SaaS architect. Let's just have a look. And studio can stay sub. So yeah, that I'm kind of liking that. And should I? Let's just have a look. Let's just go out of there and tab. Okay. This is because it's right. That's what I needed. Right. Let's just delete that. So I kind of like the band because it kind of leads your eye in. Now I'll probably try it with the band from the other side leading in, and we'll see. Let's just try that. Not too bad. Yeah, it's kind of got a balance as well. So yeah, so that's my kind of thought process. Now, if we just go out, and then you can see where how it's developed onto other things, where it started to get a bit busier in some aspects, and altering colours, just adding them. Um, Wanted these. It kind of reminded me of Porsche for some reason. Did this? It may work, but bit so needs these narrowing down. That might work. We'll see. It may develop. But what ended up happening is I got to this stage where we had all these rectangles, and then I was just like, oh, just curl one of these. And then I'm like, oh, I like the flow as you look at design, you feel is to drop off the end, and then you see studio. I'm like, okay. And then I did the same with the tops, and I'm like, okay, we're into a funnel. All right, that works. So, and kind of also kind of using white space or being aware of it, I should say. And then it started to get a bit more developed, and then we had this here, which reminded a bit vampirish, but these are not level and equal, and the weight there is different. And so there were little things there, but it's like, okay, keep going. Yeah, what's next? And a couple of other things. It's like, okay, let's have a stroke around these areas, which will cover the same distance. So it's like, okay, which kind of took me on to that, where I kind of got that. And let's just see. And then, yeah, and then it just led me to here, where I would just like, wait on, yeah, if we have all the fonts the same, rounded, no sharp edges on them, and on the sharp edges where the sharp edges are, and then slight little details here, insofar as cutting off the T and the D, having them pointing up, and then this eye. I did this the eye of the eye. So there's my little whale kind of thing, and there's its mouth eating the O. But I made the eye bigger on purpose above there, and I'm like, nah, it's too obvious. I think it's like the real subtle differences, kind of what really make things. So that led me to that. But I did have these thicker blocked ones, which I really kind of like as well. Using, this to blend in with each other there. And I liked what was happening with this one. Very simple, basic, and I'm like, is it too simple and basic? And so thus, as thought, let's get some icons in and see what it looks like. And the icons, I made them more transparent, so as the blended in with the back. And I'm kind of liking this. It's like the design studio stands out. That's what it's all about. That's cool. And the funnel's subdued there, but it's there. And similar, using color here, so just 3 colors or a tint as well there. So yeah. So there we are, everybody. Oh my God, my throat is kind of going. It's getting on. And that's where we're at. So if I go back, yeah, I kind of do like this, the architect aspect. So if let's have a look, let's just go back on to this and just resize this, and then just see. So I want it to reach the tops and bottoms of this band. And so I don't know if you just noticed there, when I've just done this, let's pull this up here, and I'll just try and keep that in there. That's right. So as I did that with the A, what I kind of liked is the SaaS, and it leads straight down to the A. So your eye drops into there to read architect, and then studio, and yeah, maybe with the T, it being open there. So if we just stop all that, just and just pause for a moment. Now it does need actually to be up a little bit higher, and there we go. Yeah, kind of liking that. So that's going to be one which I'm going to post up, and thing is, do I have this right to the end? So if I pull that to there and we pull this, wrong one, pull that to there as well, that's fine. And we have that just right to the edge and see what that looks like. That's got some something interesting about it, I think. I kind of like that. Architect. It reminds me of Seinfeld and George always wanting to be an architect. Boom, that's what it does. Got to put some Seinfeld on and just have that playing in the background then while I'm doing some more designing. But I think I'm on there. So I'm going to do a bit of a poll and put this up in the funnel builders and see what kind of comes back. Yeah, we need, let's just move. Yeah, so we'll most likely need to just reduce that so that it'll fit in that space a bit better. That's fine. And yeah, that fits pretty well. I do like it following, and actually just needs that little touch. So I'm just wanting to do this to show like the thought processes and what kind of goes into creating something, and especially when you're putting your heart into it, you know what I mean, instead of all this instant AI gratification kind of stuff. I'm not knocking any of it though. Chat GPT, I'm using it so much. It is so cool, especially for that creative and just saying, okay, I need a blog post on this. I want it in that format. And the right word count, the correct amount of words, put emojis in it, put icons in it, put my website links in it, and so on. I did that for chat GPT, and I'll just show. I know there's nobody listening, but maybe there'll be somebody listening one day, and maybe this might help you. And so, if I just log in to chat GPT, you'll see how much I've been kind of just. I'm using this insofar as trying to get off of Google and use chat to get my answers for certain things. So, and let's just see. So we had V10 Studios social calendar. So I asked it to create something, and look at this, what it comes back with. It's just amazing. So it actually produced this for me to download and so on, and explained how the web page should look. It's just really, really cool. And this, it also created this spreadsheet which I can upload to Facebook and stuff. Just unreal. And it created loads of posts, and keyword cluster strategy. It's just phenomenal. So it's like when they've got an idea of something, it's just like, just jump on the chat GPT. And before I was typing it, but now I'm just let's just do a new chat and let's have a think. So, hi ChatGPT, can you do me a favor and create a workflow for me? What I have is I've got a website called v10studios.com, and I need to have a workflow for creating content and finishing and building the website and the blog, and then also creating sales funnels and opt-in funnels. Can you help me create something? And also, is it the Pomodorian technique for time management? And also a suggested to-do list. Thanks. So what you've seen there is I'm just talking to it. It's got it all down. I'm not even going to bother reading it because it picks up so many things. And here it is. It's analyzed that and actually, bang, creating a master content funnel ecosystem, website build and workflow. So homepage, services, about, blog, contact, privacy. So it's going through them, brand and messaging, your ideal client, entrepreneurs, SaaS, coaches, copying tour tips, and so on. So let's just go down and just see application funnel, high ticket, £1,000 value plus, landing page, videos, sales, and so on. Excellent. Weekly execution system. Now this is it. So strategy and planning, define weekly outcomes, keyword research, funnel optimization. So let's see. Yes, that's correct. 25 minutes deep work, 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, 20 to 30 minute longer break. So that's something I need to do. Now, it brought me on to Base 44, creating my own little nice apps where I can just click them and run them. There are people who've created these already anyway, but something where you can create yourself and you're not having to pay a subscription for it. Cool. So there we go. Systems you should use. Notion. Yeah, got that. ClickFunnels. There we go. Funnel Builder. Thank you. Final advice. Right. So this is the other thing. At the end of it, it's so good insofar as a lot of the time I'll just say yeah to all the above. So if you'd like, build your visual workflow diagram. Yeah. So let's just tell ChatGPT. Yeah, that's brilliant. Can you do all of the above as well, please? Thanks. So don't this is where ideas and workflow can really kind of start to just get into a rhythm, a momentum. So it's going into even more like a deep dive. Blimey, so. But the best thing is that this is here, kind of for good. I could do with probably copying it and putting it, say, on an hard drive as well. But there we go. Right, actual landing page. So let's just say, yeah, ChatGPT, yes to all the above as well. Thanks. There we go. How much content and stuff, it's like the wording as well, which it does is at a better level than I can speak, but where I kind of want to be. So I think this combination of reading it and certain words and structures which it follows, then or it follows, and then being able to develop from there. Brilliant. So yeah, let's just look at this. It's just amazing. It's like, okay, so the other thing is like what I was doing as well is like, okay, I need to do a Facebook post. Just jump on here, create me a fun and engaging post regarding something funny, and just ask that to do some research or what is trending. Oh, let's just do that. Write your first optimized authority post. Okay, let's just do it. Yes, ChatGPT, please to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, if you can do that, thanks. And send it. Perfect. We'll build this as a strategic expansion layer on top of what we've already created for v10studios.com. How cool is that? So, yeah. And the best thing is, if you ever stuck with anything, you can always just look at it and go, can you explain this a bit more? Can you do so-and-so? So 90-day content calendar. Right. We publish 2 blogs per week. You know what? What I'm wanting to do, 1 blog a day, or 1 article, content, and so on per day, or 1 of each, to build this momentum and then to start getting people to come in. But to be able to do that, need the sales funnels in place, need the web pages in place, and then we'll just see if we can grow it organically. And that'd be the best, that you just keep building it, keep tweaking it, nice, and then let's see where we can go with it from there. Let's just have a look. Would you like me to write the full second authority blog? Let's just tell him yes. Yes, please, ChatGPT, to all the above. Thanks. Now, sometimes it'll say like, think of this carefully, because it'll divert down a certain direction and so on. And let's just do that. So there we go. And then this kind of mini blog post has gone on long enough. So I'm going to get this uploaded. Just content, create it, send it out. Content, create it, send it out. But eventually it'll be content, create it, refine it, put all the emojis and all that kind of stuff on it, make it really interesting, get video, get music behind, and then send it. But in one way, it's just like, I'm just getting myself used to now getting on, doing some content, talking about whatever I'm doing kind of thing, really, and then posting it. So yeah, happy days. So just as Tony Robbins says, you know what, that's what I've got to do as well, is I need to play one of these every day in the morning. I need to get to the gym every day, every morning. And yeah, maybe we'll do a video about, okay, now I'm getting to the gym, bang, see you in a bit, bang. And then you just create that content, put it out. Another bit of content, put it out, but interlinking back to your website, back to your sales funnel, back to your opt-in funnel, back to content, whatever. So these algorithms can just say, okay, we've got somebody who's creating real content. It's not AI. It's not bad in AI. It's interesting. I'll say that. I've seen some really interesting stuff, but when it kind of goes extreme, what's the point? In one way, I mean, it's clever, but I don't know. Real content, real people. Say hi. All right. See you all later. Bang it. Bye for now.